What's up everyone? Welcome back to this channel. Today we're going to talk about one of the most common and widespread domesticated animals in the world. Before we jump right into the topic, let's start with most people's favorite animals. They're real and mystical. They have massive size and fearsome features. They symbolize power and strength. They're also the common theme in popular culture from books, TV shows, movies, and video games. What are they? Triceratops, Velociraptor, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and the most popular, Tyrannosaurus. An urban legend says that T.rex did not go extinct, but evolved into chickens. Well, evolution is far more complicated, but chickens are the closest living relatives to T.rex based on protein and genetic similarities. What if I tell you that the first giant carnivores discovered, the biggest predator, the most powerful T.rex, do not look like this, but this, and this? In recent decades, evidence has accumulated that many non-avian dinosaur species also possessed feathers or feather-like structures in some shape or form. As chickens are the closest living relatives, the reconstructed T.rex by dinosaur fans look like this. Even scientists put artificial tails on chickens and claim that T.rex most likely walk like this. This is a nightmare to my childhood. Chickens may retain certain traits inherited from their ancient ancestors that evolve in response to harsh environments. One of the traits is fast mating process. Why does chicken mating seem so rare? Chicken has cloaca, also known as the vent. It's a single rear opening for the digestive, urinary, and reproductive systems where feces, urine, and eggs all exit, and where mating occurs. Chicken performs cloacal kiss, where their vent touch for sperm transfer. This happens very quickly and discreetly, usually about 1 or 2 seconds. If you have used teapot before, the cloacal kiss is similar to pouring the tea to a cup. Also, rooster sperms is way more stronger than human sperms. Human sperm can survive for up to 5 days inside the female reproductive tract, while rooster sperm can survive for up to 14 days, and sometimes for up to 3 weeks or even longer inside a hen's reproductive tract. Therefore, a hen that meets rooster twice a month can guarantee enough sperm storage for fertile eggs. This is the main reason that we don't usually see chicken mating. Even when we see that, we might think that they're just fighting. Chickens have very special reproductive mechanism as well. Hen can actively choose which sperm fertilizes their eggs after mating with multiple roosters by storing sperm and selectively ejecting unwanted ejaculates. Oh, by the way, rooster can mate 10 to 30 or even more times in a single day. With sperms from different roosters stored in reproductive tract and multiple mating per day, does hen know who their kid's father or fathers are? The answer is yes. Chickens have excellent memories and can recognize and remember over 100 different faces. As such, in order to make sure their sperms are chosen, roosters need to get bigger, have bright combs and wattle, and have vibrant feathers to impress the hens. There's another fact. Roosters are way more colorful than we think. Chickens have 5 types of cone photoreceptors in their eyes. 4 for color vision include red, green, blue, and violet, compared to humans who have only 3 cone types for red, green, and blue vision. Another trait is high frequency of laying eggs. Why do hens seem to lay eggs consistently? Hens can lay eggs almost daily, about one egg every 24 to 26 hours. They also seem to be good at counting eggs. Once hens feel that they have a clutch of eggs to sit on, which is around 12 to 15, they will sit on them all at once to incubate. Therefore, collecting eggs at least twice daily is a key strategy to prevent hens from wanting to sit and hatch eggs. It removes the incentive for them to become broody and keeps them laying and producing more eggs. There's another fact here. Hens can lay unfertilized eggs because their bodies produce eggs as part of a natural cycle, whether a rooster is present or not. The egg develops in the hen's body before it can be fertilized by sperm, and the hen simply lays it when it's ready, with the process continuing even without mating. Modern chicken egg farms base on this feature to maximize the output of eggs. 99% of the eggs in the grocery store are these eggs which cannot be hatched. Currently, humans raise approximately 8.3 billion layers worldwide. The record for the most eggs laid by a hen in a year is held by an Australorp chicken, which laid 371 eggs in 365 days. Mad respect. This 8.3 billion layers laid 1.9 trillion eggs annually. On average, each hen lays 228 eggs a day. They won't see a rooster and they won't be able to collect enough eggs to hatch for their lives. Under the advanced automation, nutrition control, and genetic technology applied by egg farms, hens keep eating and laying eggs every day. I gotta say, this is very miserable lives. But there is another breeds who live far worse lives than layers. Broilers. The population of broilers is large enough to potentially change the strata, which is geological rock layers. Around 74 billion broilers are produced globally each year, and approximately 200 million broilers are killed every day for consumption. In US, roughly 9 billion chickens are consumed each year. We should be grateful. Billions of chicken bones are buried in the landfills. They will turn into fossils, crucial markers for the geologic time scale. They are the natural clocks, indicating specific time periods through index fossils. The Earth is approximately 4.6 billion years old. Any major planetary events occur will be buried in the ground after billions of years. Scientists learn the history of the Earth through strata, which is the layers of rock in geology. For example, 4 billion to 2.5 billion year old strata represents Archean eon. During this time period, Earth cooled, ocean formed, continental crust solidified. 1.8 billion to 1.6 billion year old strata represents Stetharian period. During this time period, first complex eukaryotic cells appeared. 419 million to 358 million year old strata represents Devonian period. This period is famous for incredible fish diversification, emerge of first true forest, and appearance of the first insects. 145 million to 66 million year old strata represents Cretaceous period. During this period, giants like T.rex, Triceratops, and Hadrosaurus flourished. What about the 10,000 years of human history? Is there anything we changed Earth's surface? Maybe pyramid? Maybe skyscrapers? Maybe steel? Unfortunately, all this will not prove the existence of human. There is an interesting theory. Billions of years later, humans go extinct. An alien comes to Earth. Alien archaeologists conclude that there was a chicken period, as there were billions of chicken bones in the strata. In addition, evidence shows that chicken knew how to use fossil fuels, make plastic, and build cities. They were highly civilized. Radioactive contamination was found in the strata, which proves that chickens were using nuclear technology. Moreover, chickens might have started space travel. For some reason, chickens went extinct in a short period, which is an ancient mystery. There are millions of chicken graves which also contain large quantity of microplastics. Alien conspiracy theorists may claim that chickens were attacked by a life entity. The life entity buried millions of chicken together with microplastics to perform some sort of ritual. Fossils prove the existence of the life entity. This theory sounds like a joke, but what else are we leaving? Only widespread plastics, persistent chemicals, radioactive pollution, cities, infrastructure, and billions of chicken bones. Wait a minute. What if we're not talking about chicken? What if we're talking about dinosaurs? Are their fate similar to chickens? What we learned about dinosaurs from strata shows that they went extinct all of a sudden. There are a lot of dinosaur fossils. They were found everywhere all over the world. There are vague evidence and prehistoric legends about dinosaurs. Could they be food as well? What if meteorites, volcanoes, or nuclear winter were not the reason of dinosaur extinction, but the trace of war between, let's say, dinosaur owners? What's the reason that dinosaurs were believed to be featherless years ago, but now they're believed to have feather? Do chickens in the grocery have feather? There is another interesting fact of chickens. Drawing a line in front of a chicken while holding its head to the ground induces tonic immobility, a natural fear-based paralysis where the bird freezes as if playing dead to avoid a predator. What do straight line and holding head sound like? Something similar to auto slaughterhouse process? What if chickens get this trait from their ancient ancestor, dinosaurs? Let's get back to the boilers. Prior to World War II, chickens for eating was a byproduct of egg production. Why did chicken become so popular? In 1948, the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, or AMP, sponsored a national event to give the world a better chicken with broader breast, bigger drumsticks, plumper thighs, and more white meat. They would grow faster too, so that the consumer will eventually come to depend on the bird as a reliable kitchen staple. Why was chicken the chosen one? Let's take a look at the data. In 1950, it took 6 to 12 months to raise the pig to around 230 pounds. The feed to weight gain ratio was 4.5 to 1, and the space to raise a pig was 8 to 10 square feet. It took 24 to 36 months to raise the cow to around 1,000 pounds. The feed to weight gain ratio was 7.5 to 1, and the space to raise a cow was 20 to 50 square feet. It took 70 days to raise the chicken to around 3.1 pounds. The feed to weight gain ratio was 3 to 1, and the space to raise a chicken was 3 to 4 square feet. Unfortunately, chickens became the chosen one. So who won the contest? In 1948 and again in 1951, Arbor Acre White Rocks won in the purebred category. The white feather Arbor Acre bird would prefer to the higher performing dark feather red Cornish crosses from the Ventress hatchery. Eventually, the two breeds were crossed to become the Arbor Acre breed that came to dominate the genetic stock of chicken worldwide. over the past 50 years due to human intervention. What do they look like nowadays? Let's take a look at this picture. It only takes 56 days to raise the chicken to 9.3 pounds compared to 2 pounds in 1957. The feed to weight gain ratio is 2 to 1. It only takes about 42 days for the chicken to reach market weight. In commercial farming, broilers are usually slaughtered at 6 to 8 weeks of age. This is long before they reach sexual maturity. They are selectively bred for such rapid muscle growth that their skeletal and cardiovascular system often cannot keep up. If they are allowed to live to maturity, they are highly prone to leg problems, heart failure, and early death due to their excessive weight. Due to their large breast muscles, male broilers can have difficulty performing cloacal kiss as well. The broiler breeders or parent stock are maintained by broiler industry. These parent birds are kept on strict, restricted diets to prevent them from growing too quickly and developing the health issues common in their offspring. This allows them to live long enough to reproduce. After 6 to 8 weeks, broilers reach market weight and grow too big to move. As chickens' lifespan is from 5 to 10 years, 6 to 8 weeks old chickens are still babies. Then they are caught and transported to the processing plant. This is the tragic life of the descendants of T.rex. On Kauai, one of the main Hawaiian islands, there are abundant feral chickens. There were poultry farms on the island and red junglefowl brought by Polynesian voyagers thousands of years ago. In 1982, Hurricane Iowa, and in 1992, Hurricane Iniki struck the island, destroyed the poultry farms, and released many coop domestic chickens into the wild. These domesticated chickens bred of junglefowl, creating the hardy, diverse feral population. They are now a common sight everywhere, from beaches to parking lots. They have adapted to living wild. They are fast and smart, and notoriously hard to catch. Looks like even the domestic broilers have the instinct to return to wild environment. Hey, if human population crashes, billions of chickens will return back to nature and take over the world. Hold on a second. No way chickens are taking over the world. Well, in fact, yes way. Why did I say that? Besides the highly efficient sperm transfer, often less than second long, excellent memory, remember over 100 different faces, and highly frequency of leg laying almost every day, chickens have other surprising features. Chickens don't just recognize other chickens. They also recognize humans and even different animals like dogs and cats. Chickens chirp to their babies while they're in the eggs, and the chicks chirp back. Chickens use past experiences to make decisions. Chickens emphasize with their peers. Chickens make around 30 different calls to communicate and pass information on to members of their flocks. As such, chickens can associate different faces with positive or negative experiences and share that information within their flock. Once chickens take over the world, what are they going to do with the humans? Don't forget that they are the descendants of T.rex. Billion years later after humans go extinct, it might not be alien, but chicken descendants that excavate strata and conclude that there were a group of highly intelligent civilization. They were bipeds with long limbs. They were greedy and arrogant. Very soon, they were destroyed by themselves due to tribalism and conflict, short-term thinking, and destructive impulses coupled with advanced technology. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.